you guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is something a little different. I have been on social media for a while, really. Like, I have been on here and kind of somewhat consistently, inconsistently, but posting and just kind of being exposed to the world of the internet from a really young age. And especially since becoming pregnant at only 16 years old, I have been sharing my life, my family, everything going on pretty extensively with the world. If you've never seen my face before, hello, my name is Varia. I'm 24 years old. I am pregnant with my third baby. And this video is probably a little strange to stumble on if it's your first time seeing me, but hello. I remember making a Facebook account when I was in 5th grade. Everyone around me had one and I just finally convinced my mom. She obviously was super hesitant, this and that, but I got Facebook. And ever since then, I have pretty much been on social media every single day. Like, with the exception of a few up until this point. And you're what, like 12-ish in 5th grade? That's over a decade that I have been very involved in social media. Obviously things changed drastically, and from then to today, it's not the same. I would get on to a computer for like an hour at most a day. It wouldn't be as integrated into my daily routine as it is today for myself and most other people. But I do love it. I love social media. It kind of provides me a sense of self in a way. I feel like this lighting is a little weird. Let's go with this. I have been lucky enough to be able to take just kind of this hobby of a sort or just interest in social media and monetize it to an extent. I have been able to take on brand deals and sponsorships and work with really cool brands to create content, which has been really, really cool. And my passion for video creation and social media has then kickstarted my husband and I's business, which is Hayworth Made. We create content for couples on their wedding days or restaurants and their social medias and all these things. We are a photo video team now, so it's just like really cool to kind of know that that's where it stands. I know this kind of sounds a little bit deeper than it is, but I wanted to come on here and give you a little bit of an explanation on what's going through my brain and how I foresee the next few months going. I have decided that for about a month, I'm going to take a full break, full cold turkey cut off from social media. Now, if you've been a subscriber for a long time, you would know, or even in the last little while, you know that I haven't been very consistent with posting. So like taking a month off is like strange because I haven't been posting very consistently to the point where it's like that would be noticeable. However, although I haven't been consistent with posting on my platforms or specifically YouTube, since it's a lot. Like, if you've ever created a YouTube video or, you know, have been involved with video editing and production, all those things, you know that's a lot of work. It may not seem that way, but it sure is. Despite not uploading every single week and whatever, I'm still on all of my platforms. Whether I'm posting or not, I'm still actively involved. Whether I am on the back burner and just, you know, looking through people's stories and liking photos and reading captions and whatever, scrolling TikTok, watching YouTube videos, watching podcasts, all these things. Despite like taking a break from posting or not being consistent, I'm still involved and still on these platforms, which is what I think I'm needing a break from. Every time I kind of hear a creator talk about a social media break, it sounds so nice, which is so weird because it's like, delete your apps, take a minute, you know? But it's not that easy. I will admit, I do have a mild addiction to social media, which I think a lot of people do as well, which is honestly sad, but it's true. It is what it is. We just have to be conscious and self-aware of the fact that this is something we're potentially depending on or craving. As I'm getting older, I'm more and more realizing that me getting on to social media first thing in the morning is not doing me any favors. I'm not missing anything. There's nothing that I'm gonna get on there for that's gonna like somehow add or benefit my day. So skipping that step entirely is perfectly okay. And that is something that I have definitely noticed myself implementing in the last several years. When Mitchell and I were first kind of dating, or the first even couple years of us dating, I remember we would wake up to our alarms and we wouldn't get out of bed for a good 30 minutes because the two of us would just like sit there and check all of our apps and do the scrolling and all the things, and it's just like such a waste of time. If you go into your settings and look at your screen time and you see 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever. Like, I know for me, the average I would get reports that would be about 5 hours. So when I would see it at like 4.5 or like 4, it's like, wow, sick. My screen time's down, and obviously I do a lot on my phone for work, emails, like both businesses in terms of like my social media stuff as well as Hayworth Made stuff. So I'm not just scrolling or whatever for 4 hours a day. But when you think about it, like when you take a step back and think about 4 hours of your day, every single day, that's insane. Like that is so much time that you are spending on your phone. No wonder days feel so short, and no wonder life feels like it's flying by. This summer is definitely going to be pivotal in a sense. It's going to be different since we are adding a whole new baby to our lives, and I just kind of want to start it off in a very present state. I want to be focused on my current moment, my current life, my current situation, and not feel the need to just like jump into this virtual reality all the time. Logistically, there are some barriers for me that I'm kind of thinking about still or trying to work out, which is silly. I've never done this before, like I said. I've never taken a break. I've never seriously like just gone cold turkey off social media. So this is going to be a learning experience, and I'm actually really excited for it. I think Mitchell's doing it with me as well, which will be really nice to kind of help each other just be present and, you know, work in our marriage and help it thrive more and just be more present and involved and just enjoying every second, because you're not guaranteed another day, but also like life is just flying. Life is going by so fast, and it really makes me sad. My original plan was to kick this into action June 1st and be like done by July 1st. However, I have had a lot of last minute photo shoots come up, so I just been really busy with editing photos, which has kind of pushed some of my other things on the back burner, such as getting a few videos out before I go on this break for you guys, as well as just like posting some other photos and just like other things on social media that I would like to before going on this break. I am really excited about this. I think it'll be really good for me, for my mental health, and just like life in general. Like I'm curious to see what I learn from this and what comes out of it, because like I said a billion times, I've never done this before, and it's insane that I am 24, almost 25 years old, and I have been doing social media and been on social media pretty much every single day since I was like 12 years old. I don't know what it's gonna be like coming back. I don't know how I'm gonna be approaching my socials and how I'm gonna feel about it all and what my plan is with it. I don't plan to never come back, so stick around. To be completely real, I never usually get on any of my platforms or like any of my apps and leave feeling good. I don't have a lot of like guilt or shame associated with it, like, oh, I just spent this time on this app. There is just usually a lot of upsetting or sensitive or, you know, touchy subjects that you just don't really expect to be thrown at you, especially on apps like TikTok. You don't know what's coming next. It's not always what you want it to be. It's not always lighthearted stories. It's sometimes something really dark or deep or traumatic that's happened to somebody, and you're not always in that state of mind to be receiving that information. I know I have been burned by that several times, where I just want to like unplug for 5 minutes, get onto an app and just like scroll, and I end up just feeling horrible when I get off. And that's not cool. That's not cool. We're not meant to do that. We're not meant to be bouncing around our emotions so drastically so quickly. I've heard a lot of people talk about this, how like 1 second you're shown a cute video of a dog, the next it's something horrible, traumatic going on in the world or with someone's life or whatever, and it's a lot to emotionally process. So I think a break would be good. And on top of that, I just really kind of hope to get more creative inspiration. I'm being influenced by other people, I'm seeing other people's stuff, and I'm not having the time to reflect on me, what I like, what I want to create. So I am hoping that just the full cold turkey block will be good for my creative side. This also isn't coming from a place of like punishment to myself. I'm not getting angry and like feeling like enough is enough. I think this is more of like a treat, a reward, because every time I think about it, I want to do it and it sounds really awesome, but then I am like drawn back by the different logistical issues that come with it, like checking my emails all the time. I will somehow have to figure out a way to continue to check my emails. I can't not do that. And obviously that isn't like a social media platform that's gonna, you know, trigger my brain, but it's still something that sucks me into my cell phone, and that is the issue. I don't want to be that. I want my phone to be a brick to contact family and take an occasional photo of my kids or whatever. That's all I want for the next month. It'd be really cool for you guys to join me on this. I think it'd be awesome for us to all disconnect at the same time and then come back and see how we are feeling. Maybe some of you would literally never come back to social media, and that's okay. The internet, social media are amazing. I love it all. But there are downsides, just like with anything, pros and cons. So you just kind of have to assess where you're at and how you're feeling and what is good for you, your mental and physical health. So I don't know, I'm excited. I really appreciate all of you that have stuck with me for so long, whether you found me back when I was 16 and pregnant or you've discovered my channel or my platforms recently. I really appreciate every single one of you. It's really insane that we have such an amazing community that is just so lovely and has been such a huge part of my life in the last however many years. I really want to continue to build our bond and just like make a tight-knit circle of the besties and I, you know. I really want this to be a safe space for everyone, and I want us all to just truly feel like best friends. And I really hope that when I return from my break, I just have that drive to just be super connected, because I do feel like in the last maybe year or two, or maybe even 3, I don't know, it hasn't been super like personal with my audience, and I don't love that. I really don't. Not that I'm in a rut, but kind of. I feel like doing something like this, which is only a month when you think about it, like going through like a rut or whatever for years compared to like taking 1 month away, seems so worth it and just so minuscule. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being supportive. I will not be posting on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube for the next month, but if you do want to follow me, I will be back, and I'm just excited for all the content that's gonna come, because I do feel like it's gonna give me that push. I'm sorry this video was kind of all over the place. I really didn't organize my thoughts too well or write anything down. I just kind of wanted to chat and let you know what's up, because this is something that's been on my mind for a long time, and I'm finally pulling the plug and hoping to make something happen. I love you all so much, and I will see you in about a month when I am back, and I can't wait.